Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Another week. It's good to have you, Father Ross.
Yeah, good to be with you.
Absolutely.
I'm really busy though, so we
I know
gotta
you
get
are, so we gotta
moving.
get moving. It's gonna be a
So
quick
this
episode.
this is great, but I'm in the middle of 100 things and behind. I haven't even sent out my short faith this week yet.
Oh my. Well, that's good you're here. You can give us a preview of your thoughts. It'll be great. So the bulletin cover, you can pray with it. It's kind of self-explanatory. You know, community, being together. I don't know, holding hands. The Our Father, whatever. You know, whatever you see, pray with that. I don't know.
How to untangle your lives through prayer. Ooh,
Yeah, perfect.
There we
Exactly.
go. All the fun. All right.
Oh my. Okay.
Well, I think you'll notice, we're constantly, our revolving door policy here on staff members is becoming
seems-
quite obvious. But now we're just swapping out one Latina for another. So we did have to say goodbye to our friend Erica. Erica Ray, who was here. She is pursuing some other interests, and so we wish her well. And in place of, we got someone named Annie. Little orphan Annie has joined our team here. Or Annie, are you okay? I'm not sure which one she is. Annie Negron, and she is
Awesome.
Amazing. Yeah,
She really,
she's
yeah.
here.
She's
So-
great.
Tim just thinks she's great because she's another parish support minister. So
Well, yeah, we got to
Yeah.
stick together.
And
But like, she's just like that. I don't know if it's like your aunt or like that person, that teacher that you had that just kind of gives you a side eye and is like, "What are you doing?" But she's great. Oh, it's great.
yeah,
I
so
love it.
she's a great addition to the team. So
We'll have to get her on here one of these weeks.
yeah. But it was good. Erica got us transitioned and introduced, I think as
Yeah.
a staff to our Hispanic community. Annie is a historic member of St. Stephen's for many, many years. So we welcome her to the team and look forward to continuing with all that. So so if you notice that is a shift on there. Our phone numbers might be changing. Our phone system has added some new features. So just
First thumbs up of the day.
yeah,
The podcast,
Yay,
whatever
stay
it is,
tuned.
likes it.
It likes it. We might be changing that. And our CSA, if you've noticed, has been stagnant around 85%. So if anybody has some end of the year money they're looking to get rid of, we just need like a measly peasly like 12 grand.
That's it.
That's not much. So maybe someone will come through with a Hail Mary pass the last couple months of the year. So we appreciate that.
That just happened in actual football, so it's the week.
It's the time.
It is the time.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know. Hope it didn't mess up your fantasy. football.
No, well, I'm last. I'm
Oh,
last.
no.
Don't worry.
Oh, just like my Browns, right?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing. But, well, it is November and all the good things that come with that.
So it's not in this week's bulletin, but just like we do every week, just the stuff happening right now. If you watch this, many of you watch this as it comes out, today, tomorrow morning. So we will have, if you look at last week's bulletin, you will see the All Saints Day Mass schedule. And the
Correct.
night before, Thursday, we didn't mention this last time, is the Vigil Mass in anticipation of All Saints Day. So if you go to that Mass, you're good for Friday. So
Right.
there you go.
And again, we're having a couple masses are bilingual this time because of we're bringing everything here for some of the major celebrations. So Thursday night, Halloween, All Hallows Eve is the Eve of All Saints. That's what that means.
Yes.
And that's why we're having that mass. And that mass is traditionally our Spanish mass in the chapel. It'll be in the church and will be bilingual. And some people are asking, why are things bilingual? Well, because our community is bilingual now. So in case that's not clear,
Oh,
I guess
that's what that is.
that's what
See?
the
Together.
Spanish has been on our calendar and books and bulletins for months. So
Yes.
you don't have to know Spanish to go to Mass and bilingual.
Nope.
It's all spelled out for you.
It is.
It's easy peasy.
We'll have stuff on the screens. You have your books, Mass. It's like you can do it. It's really actually quite refreshing, to say prayers in other languages. Like it really is.
I know. I do every Sunday.
You do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try.
It's fun.
You-
I try.
Yeah.
At least I listen. I mean, if you're listening and, in saying the words even that it's, it still makes a difference to hear it that way. Yeah.
So what's fun too, a lot of this bulletin, I had to put some information in it anyway. It was like that time of in our system here. So of course we have some stuff happening next week. I put the little vote thing in there.
Yeah.
We have a lot of parishioners who are
Everybody-
like, what are
everybody
you
vote.
saying about politics?
Go vote.
Vote.
There you go.
Exercise your right to vote.
Absolutely.
and that's kind of how that goes. If you want me to say more, too bad. We just that's what we say. You know, vote, and if you don't want to vote, pray. Vote and pray. Whatever.
There you go.
Okay, vota et ora. Okay,
Perfect.
fellowship, all that good stuff. Next week is actually kind of light, so it's I mean, in a sense, once we get through these 1,000 masses with all these holy days and stuff coming up, but relax a little.
So the coat drive announcement was in the bulletin 2 weeks ago. So thank you for those of you who have called the office just to double check because it wasn't in last week's bulletin. So you can, still, like, if you come on Saturday, you want to drop your coat off Sunday, whatever, like, it's all good.
So there's actually some coats in the Guadalupe room now.
Oh, perfect.
They had put them by the door, so yeah.
Awesome. So just over the weekend, if you have coats lying around, please bring them.
Or to any of the masses, the masses.
Contrary to popular
tomorrow.
belief, it is going to get cold eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and if you missed this, I mean, we probably can take them later too, but this is kind of the main push, for the winter season. So,
and then in the next couple of weeks, we'll have the moms group, we'll have the 12, Faith Formation will kick off again. So please just keep an eye on the weekly calendar, and you can check out the monthly calendar on the website. That was in last week's bulletin as well. So you can see it all. And
then I put in here about where we are. We're just over 3 months into our merged and partnering parishes. So, so I wanted to put just very clearly in here that merging is a transitional step in which one parish community is subsumed into another. At that time, merging parishes will combine to form a newly enlarged parish. And that's when St. Andrew's was merged and subsumed into St. Jude on July 9th. And so in that first 3 months, we do a lot of planning and preparation. And then one of the things that we had to form was a new pastoral and finance council. And then with St. Stephen's, our partnered parish, we recognize they have a separate parish church. We had a funeral mass at that parish church today. And they have its own finances and finance council. Now, what you can do, though, is you're able to have one finance council that meets for both parishes. That is an option. So that's why I spelled this out, and along with office and different things. So, canonically, here's how it goes. I am the pastor, which, I'm appointed by the bishop. And then our pastoral council includes Brent Heckman. He's with Gannon, and Stephen Dunn is one of our regional directors for the Boy Scouts or the Scouts. Aide Ortega and Annie Negron join us from St. Stephen's. And Leslie, I never can say her last name. Renew. It looks like it should be complicated. She's joining us from St. Andrew's. And Ken Miller just retired from Penn State, and he's a parishioner here at St. Jude as well. But, we have this kind of great little conglomeration here for pastoral council. And then our finance council is made up of Pete Frazina, Sean Adrian, Kathy Greiser, Jimmy Montero, and Jim Fatter. So we put together a group of people across the different parishes. And some people were coming and going. We had some, different people from different committees. And so mostly a lot of new people. And we're getting together this week to work on things. And then, of course, our parish leadership team. Some people were asking, like, who are they? Every once in a while, they'd be, it's good to put their names out there. Mark and Lisa Lewis, Nancy Macklin, and Lou Montefiore. And I believe, Lou, I spelled your name correctly. So that's important there. And then our parish staff, this is kind of our main staff, Sarah and Tim, as you can see. Annie, who now
works with us. Let us sit at your right and at your left.
Tom, Marlene, Frank, and Trisha. This is kind of our main parish staff for all of our ministries and stuff. Of course, there's other people that are employed. We generate a lot of new jobs for the area. We're big into that. So we have lots.
If you call the office, Annie's not here on the podcast, obviously, but if you're probably going to get one of the four of us, me, Sarah, Annie, or Father. And Father Luke, of course, is around as well. But So anyway,
that's what that column is all about.
Exactly. That's who you're going to probably deal with on a regular basis.
Yeah, but I hope that's as clear as.
That's pretty clear. That was
clear
well
as
done.
It can be, yeah.
We were stewardship moments, and then I threw in there too, just helping those in need this Thanksgiving. I know people are thinking, well, how can I help? Because it just feels like it's fall, and I mean it is.
It is fall.
And so our Knights of Columbus will be having a Thanksgiving food drive. Details, coming up. Also, our food pantry likes to give out $25 gift cards. They actually like to give out $50 gift cards, but I figured if people want to, we can always combine 25s from Bellows to people in our local area so that they can go grocery shopping and get some of the things that the food pantry doesn't directly supply. A lot of sometimes fresh produce, milk, meats, and things like that. So, and of course, we always have our non-perishables here, and you guys know we hand out a lot of McDonald's as well as, I should have put that in there, maybe Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
We hand out a lot of Giant Eagle stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And bus passes. So
Bus
the same things
passes are
that the
big.
warming shelter collects, we've those places are here. The bus goes up on 8th Street, past out into the city, and then McDonald's is right a block away.
Yep.
So a lot of places that our regular homeless need. And yesterday I had a family come in and actually go through the bins we have here in the church. So if there's an emergent need, we do take the food over to the food pantry before food pantry day. But if there's an emergent need in the meantime, people can check the bins.
Absolutely.
so-
We help people a lot. Like that's not something that we broadcast all the time, but it does happen quite often. So especially this time of year and people are getting ready for the winter and
getting sick.
Exactly.
and
Getting in
different
between.
things,
It's a tough time for people. So please keep them in your prayers, but gifts do help.
They do. And the father also wrote on there too things that you can do to. Did you say this and I missed it?
No.
Oh, the last couple of things where if if finances for you are difficult, but you want to do something, to call somebody maybe who's homebound. If you need that number, we can help you out with that, and or visit them if you're able to, and if they want a visit, so we can help. But if you know somebody that needs that, let us know so that we can get it to the right people and make sure that prayers or communion or whatever is needed.
Yeah, that's helpful.
I like this breakdown of the disciple maker index.
Yeah.
Because you put out the whole thing,
Right.
A couple weeks ago, which was really good. But this percentage graph I think is really, really interesting.
Yeah, sorry, I keep yawning. But so our
been a long
priority,
day.
our first priority is on spiritual growth, which
Absolutely.
is great, obviously. And so we're looking at that. But a lot of times, this is sort of the data behind our statement. And so we're called to deepen our personal relationships with Jesus Christ. And so our goal is to increase the number of parishioners who believe Jesus is the most important relationship in their lives from 33% to like 50 to 60% by next Advent. What did you get a thumbs up
No,
or
there was
something?
fireworks behind
See,
that.
what? The most important thing.
It's the most important thing.
There were fireworks everywhere behind
Our birthday
us.
is on the 4th of July, so we like that.
I don't know
We
what
like
just
fireworks.
happened. That's awesome.
I was like,
But like
The
that
most
blows.
important-
No, but I was looking at this. That blows my mind. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to editorialize or something, but like that's crazy that many people, aren't in the top because there's so many people at St. Jude's who are awesome Christians. So it's just fantastic.
Right, so, like
we can grow so much. This is cool.
Well, and it's kind of funny because I know some people took the survey who are maybe mad at the church, mad at God.
Sure.
And that's great, because that shows a pretty good, cross section of reality. So that 4%, I consider myself Catholic, though faith is not a significant part of my life. How did they even find out the survey? We did post it on Facebook,
Well, yeah,
the old
but I
Facebook
mean,
with 270,000 followers. So
Oh
somebody-
yeah, right. But
You know.
honestly, there probably are people,
Yeah.
who feel that way. Which, thank you for sharing. You can't grow.
I'm glad we reached those, that 4% of the populace, actually.
over my
Absolutely.
time doing different outreaches or different programs at different parishes, people just come to church to check a box.
Yeah.
But that faith aspect of it, you know what I mean? Like to know the deeper part behind everything and really feel connected to it is not always there.
That's true.
Well, and it's not the work of one person, right?
Yeah.
So that's why if you look at how we're doing this, we're giving ourselves a good year before we measure this again. We're looking at our small groups and that, more information about that will coming out, revamping officially our usher/hospitality teams. We have to be super intentional about welcoming people.
Absolutely.
Welcoming people, because sometimes that is their initial reaction to the community. And if
Yes.
it doesn't go well, it just re-emphasizes, how kind of hurtful the church can be, and
I was
how
just gonna say,
unwelcoming, and how
People
So-
coming into the church a lot of them already have their minds made up as to what is going to happen. My favorite one was there was these two guys who came into my old parish, and they were sitting behind me, and I heard them, and they were giving all the reasons why everyone in church would hate them if they knew. But I'm like, I can hear you guys. So I turned around, and they were both like, oh, and I was like, welcome. And they were like, what? Like it was a little thing.
Yeah,
They became good friends of mine. So yeah, you never know. You
Yeah,
really
so-
never know.
So pay attention to the people around you. That's why when we do the little welcome, greet those around you,
Mm-hmm.
it's not meant to just be like, an automatic thing. I mean, we're kind of doing it's almost a little bit rote, but just encounter people and help people see that what we do because of our relationship with Jesus, and that is the most important relationship. We have a lot of relationships with our parents, family, friends, coworkers, children, neighbors, but we have to love the Lord our God, right? That's this weekend's emphasis there. So if you look at the chart, the reason I wanted to put that exactly in there, we're trying to move that 29%, move them over one and try to move the 34 up to the top, right?
Yeah.
And it makes sense because, again, if we're growing and changing and we're kind of going a little bit deeper with small groups and with hospitality and intentional discipleship and also having spaces, both physical and spiritual spaces where people can experience Jesus in a more personal and powerful way. So we've got some work to do, that's for sure, but that's what keeps us in business, I guess.
It's really interesting about the hospitality part. Two people at fellowship this morning came up to me, and after they were getting ready to leave and they want to officially join St. Jude Parish, but it took them a while, but it was funny. They're like, well, we kept getting invited to fellowship for weeks and weeks and weeks. And they finally decided to come and now have a whole different, got to meet people and are truly invested in that and want to do more with stuff. So we have to keep talking to people. We can't stop by just that one interaction.
Well, and the other thing too with the greeting at the beginning, it is amazing how I think maybe it would be an interesting social media thing to see if people would be willing for us to make a posture of prayer, and then I'm gonna take a picture of you and show you what you look like. Because it's not that it's bad, but when I pray and I'm meditating or close, I don't look nice. Like my daughter informed that she was like, "Dad, why are you angry?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not angry." And she goes, "You look so mad." And I was like, "I'm just praying." And she's like, "Well, are you mad praying?" And I was like, "No." So I was like, it was just a little thing, but I thought about it and I was like, if someone came in and they weren't they were really uneasy and they looked at me, would they be like, "Oh, I'm excited to be here"? So it's just a little thing, make eye contact, smile,
or take your happy
well,
pills.
so to take on before we
I guess too. I don't know.
Before we finish around the diocese type things, we're going to jump over to the children's bulletin real quick, and I put in here. So the gospel this week is about the greatest commandment of loving one's neighbor. And remembering to fall in love with Jesus. So there's a little picture of a scarecrow in here and for fall, but it says falling in love with Jesus. So make sure that you're developing that relationship while you develop all your other relationships, right?
Yes,
and the saint was...
have more puns in your life.
More puns.
More scarecrows.
And there's a whole page on I just carried on with the saints go marching in, and St. Charles Borromeo. So Borromeo. Some one of these days I'll get one of these names.
I don't know
right.
what you were just.
It was close.
And also you'll find that in the Let's Pray section we're going to be adding things a little bilingual, so that everybody can learn a prayer in a different language. So.
Yeah. Good. Few things happening across the diocese. Obviously, not only do we encourage people to make Jesus the most important thing, we should be discerning and helping people discern, their vocation.
Yes.
Whether that's to married life, to a vocation in the priesthood, diaconate, things like that. But, so that's really important. So the Fall Ceremony Discernment Weekend, if I did not have people who said to me all the time, "You'd make a good priest," and I'm like, if they could see me now, but no, many people encourage me. And then of course, the man has to, take the steps and do that. But we have a wonderful diocesan seminary here right in the city of Erie. Sometimes I think we take, our best treasures for granted when they're so close. So, and Scott Jabo's up there, Father Scott Jabo and Father David Wren, great men in general, but also prayer, directing our vocations. So again, if you've never, that's a different question in the survey, but I think it was huge that I've never invited a young man to consider the priesthood.
Yep.
So if you've never done that, just trick or treat season.
At least 100 old ladies when I was a kid told me to think about it. And I did.
And he did.
Yeah. It led me to holiness. That's the thing. It's that's what you're called, gentlemen, that's what you're discerning. You're discerning how is God going to work in you and through you.
Suggesting it doesn't make you become a priest.
No.
But it helps you listen more closely.
You start to pray, which is kind of the point.
Yeah. So honestly, that's what it's about. So if you've never ever invited a young man to consider the priesthood, and I say young man because, no offense, you get old quickly, especially after like 9 years of school now or whatever. So,
Yeah.
like I'm 41 and I feel like I just getting started. So, it takes a long time. So definitely, encourage people. So other things are happening over at our secondary church. St. Andrew is doing a little Christmas spirit concert. Just wanted to get that out there because that's happening on December 8th, which is a crazy day anyway, because that is the transition. So it's a Sunday until the evening when it becomes the Solemnity of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which is a holy day of obligation now, December 8th evening / December 9th. So that's happening. So you can go to church, go to a concert, go to church. It'll be great. Lots of churchy things going on that weekend. Also, our Ladies Guild, which is one of the ministries we inherited from St. Andrew's, they are doing a special presentation on November 10th, having a meeting, and they're showing Cabrini.
Right after the meeting. Yep. Everybody's welcome.
I think I'm going to do it during the meeting and act it out.
That would be more interesting.
That'd be great.
I think no offense, but I feel like the movie will be pretty good.
It'll be pretty good.
And
I heard it's good. I saw it on the airplane.
They are providing a light lunch, too, if you're coming to Cabrini. So
Nice.
Come and meet some new people and watch a pretty cool movie, I've heard.
Help grow this women's ministry, which is something we did not have at St. Jude. We had something a little bit different over at St. Stephen's, but, this is amazing. So also, don't forget that we are literally filling up our bulletin with new advertisers. So we really want to thank all of our advertisers.
Or fireworks.
Oh, what? Did you guys
Right behind you.
What
I
did you-
didn't touch anything.
I know,
It
but
just
how are we
happens.
Why?
We
There's
have
got to be
no
a trigger.
idea.
We think it has to be a trigger word. We don't know what it is. The best one was one time Father
Bulletin
Luke and I
advertisers.
Father Luke and I did an extra episode about when he came back from the Eucharistic Congress, and the two of us going back and forth. We each had 5 thumbs up. It became like It was weird. Never happened before, but just poop poop. It was just we don't know.
But it's not when we do it.
The excitement in your voice.
Something.
I don't know.
But anyway, Adam needs a few more ads. We want to fill up the back page and then a little bit more. So we've got a lot of people who are starting to fill it in, and I know there's a few more that Adam just got this week.
Good.
And I love how they auto added the consider remember the parish in your will. Remember us always, But yeah, your will.
Always remember, not just when you die.
That's funny. They added that. I did not do that.
Did they did that?
Automatic fireworks. Yay.
Very
Okay.
good. Well, know of our prayers for you. Please follow, like, subscribe. For anyone who's still confused, still a few people, our Facebook is no longer St. Jude the Apostle. That is a rogue page that we don't own and we have no control over. Our Facebook is called St. Jude Live. Our Instagram is still called St. Jude the Apostle, but not Facebook. So, just that. So please follow, like, subscribe, all the things. Share our stuff. Help us spread the word about St. Jude's and reveal Jesus.
Peace.
We'll see you next time.